what? We gotta settle this one
today,
now.
Right now.
So think about it. Statistics, economics.
Statistics, always. I don't have to think about it.
No,
Statistics.
Give it a thought.
Period.
Give it a thought.
No.
Sit down and think about it.
Economics theory. Yuck.
Think about it this way now. You statistics is good.
Yeah.
Stat is good.
Very
Math
nice.
is good.
Just
Nice. Calculating and all those things. But you also need to sit down and actually understand why are things happening.
Yeah.
You can understand them with numbers.
Yeah.
Because you can have trends and all that.
Exactly.
But then
Say no more.
But sit down and understand the underlying fundamental economic theories and all those things that will be informing this.
Yeah.
Sit down and think about it. Well, not again in theory, but now in trying to explain these things away from class.
Yes.
Let's move from class and then talk about
get
your mind of macroeconomics.
Yes.
But now you need to. You're sitting in some kind of a meeting and you have your statistical knowledge. And then you need to understand and sit down and tell them now this what economics is and this now how the macroeconomics of ties to.
Okay.
So statistics, economics.
I think it's nice to read economics when you're done with school. When you're just reading for fun.
For fun.
Yeah.
You want to understand the dovish, the vocationals.
It's luxury. It's not you have an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. Yeah, that's the only thing that would make it nice.
Data science?
Yes.
Statistics? Data science and stat? The intersection and all those things?
If I'm being honest, data science scared me when I started realizing there's code. I was only running to it because of maths. But then I realized this maths can be coded. Like you can use R. R is the most prominent in statistics. And R is not easy. SQL was a bit scary, but once you showed me how it's done, and when you're showing someone something, you're like, asinivo tu? Yeah. It's so that's just like that.
What?
I wasn't understanding how is your brain working to just, like you can do it from beginning to end, how would just stammer anywhere, you've not started. The only thing, ni labda a typo. When I saw you could do it, then I tried and
what a man can do?
Yeah, woman can do better. I only was pulled to data science when I saw it has an intersection with statistics. But the code part, I didn't really love.
Think about it in this way. If I have to code, I have to understand the underlying mathematics bit of the code.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
Think about it in such a way.
Yeah.
You already understand the mathematical background of it. So you're talking about, for the simple things, your mean and your medians and the other things.
Yes.
You understand them. And then now you're being asked about the average trends of a certain thing.
Yeah.
How's it will be? Because now you understand this. It will be easier for you now to sit down and actually say, I can write this query or this code to build this trend.
Yeah. If you think about it in that sense, it sounds easy. But for me, I will insist, why can't I just do average and median and mean the way I know? Why do I have to go and open Superset and start writing a query? Why can't I just calculate it? I'd rather do the hard math. I'd rather write a problem, even if it's 2 pages long, than go and start coding. Oh my God.
But think about it. Let me give you another scenario. Can you remember that conversation we were having of convolutional neural networks? No, it's like you're getting the matrices and vectors of your skin and those small pixels and making them to be like matrices that you can use, and then you can code them to be able to detect that this is actually this Audrey.
I'd rather go and write the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, even if it's a 3 by 3, or I just would rather do the math. I think I've had a really hard time going to code, if I'm being honest. I'm more of a traditional mathematician. Like I'd like to be given a problem and solve it as I write, as I go.
Yeah.
I know coding makes it easier. Like you can solve something with Python in like 2 seconds and you can visualize and get a graph.
Yeah.
Graph will out of nowhere. But I think I'm struggling with code. I've understood myself. I would rather do the problem, the solution, and draw the graph. Get me a graph book to nichore.
Your graph
Yes, I know code is going to make that so much easier. It makes the process seamless. It makes the process less laborious, but I would rather do the labor.
But I think
that's for me.
What now the advent of these technologies is coming to do is to help in big data.
Yeah.
Because think about it in this way. How many transactions does M-Pesa hold or have in a minute?
So many.
There could be so many. How many now in 1 hour, in days, and I think about a whole month?
Yeah.
No. Yes, I want to use a Kenyan product that is heavily used. I'll use M-Pesa. I don't want to talk about how many Google clicks.
Yeah, use M-Pesa, please.
I use M-Pesa.
Yeah.
So sit down and think about it, and you want now to understand the trends of the people who are actually transacting on M-Pesa. I cannot write those numbers and add them and divide them string by word to get the meaning of the averages.
Yeah.
So the easiest way and the simplest way of doing it is get that language that you want to use, get your SQLs, get your
especially
whatever things.
Data.
Yeah. So with big data, then it would mean we have to move from the 1+1 to a more programmed way of thinking.
Yeah.
And the best thing is you are not losing the logic.
Yes.
The logic still remains.
It remains, yeah.
The logic is if A is supposed to be,
math doesn't
then
change.
C.
Yeah. Math doesn't change.
Yeah, it comes to 4.
I know you're making so much sense and I sound really but for me, I'd rather calculate those transactions in 20 years.
Yeah, but then again, we're looking at a simplified way, an optimal way, an optimized way of thinking about it.
Yes.
Talk about optimality. Remember those mathematical formulas for finding optimal things.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this. Talk about you're finding an optimal way of looking into these things.
Yeah.
And all those things. The question I'll be asking myself right now, and asking you, hii najiulizanga mara mingi, lakini wacha nikuulize leo. In most instances, many women, I'm not talking about many women in terms of,
just say it.
Let me just say it. Many women shy away from mathematics.
Yeah.
Many women shy away from these very technical and very logical courses and careers.
Yes.
How is it that for you it's come and tell me by the Karanza mimi nataka kufanya hiki kitu. Hebu nionyeshe unafanyanga aje. And then other things. How did it be for you and how is it? And actually looking at it from even the what we are having right now, there's a lot of gender disparity.
Yes.
And we don't have many women in tech field.
Yes.
And especially now when you talk about tech field and get away from coding itself or software engineering as a thing to coming now to data science as a thing.
Yes.
Akuna.
Yeah.
Most of them are domiciled in things to do with UI, UX designs and front end.
Yeah.
But now when you go to the logical bit of it, how is it that now kuzile za mse indo sama unataka hii something lazima tuifanye?
Actually, I think it's the mindset and how, you know how when you're in school, you had these songs of Mwalimu Ahmad. Yeah. Actually, when people say that, I can't relate because me and Mwalimu Ahmad were very tight. I think it's, when you start maths at a young age, and then you fail something, and your maths teacher is just beating you and abusing you and telling you, when you it starts from there. You start with your first lesson, mwalimu ashakubo. They don't encourage you, they don't show you the way. And then unfortunately it happens to in majority of schools. Mwalimu akisha ona huyu ni fala. These are my bright students who are separate. So nyinyi wenye mko willing to learn, you keep learning. The ones who are at the bottom wanachwa nyuma. So for me, when I was in school, I had a very bad maths teacher. She was a woman, she was pregnant, she used to beat us. She used to scare me. But because of my mindset, I didn't let it get to me. That's the problem. People are put down very easily. And what people don't get with math is you have to practice. You have to do math every day. You can't do wezi pita kitu moja leo useme, nimejua regression. That's it. I'm never you have to do it over and over again. So because I learned that maths is something you have to do every day, and I kept doing it, I fell in love with it. I realized it's not so hard. You just have to keep practicing. Maths is about practicing. So I practiced until me and mwalimu wa maths were not colliding anymore. And then I finished primary school. I went to high school. Kwanza form 3, when you start doing loci, oh my God. You have to keep practicing. People don't practice.
And calculus.
You
did differentiation.
We did differentiation and calculus. Calculus 1. But it didn't make as much sense kama ya campus. It was just like you were just passing through. So me, I know, since I've been in girls' schools and stuff, I know nile kuchoka. You just fail once, kila so kileto pepa yako ndio ya mwisho, kileto unafunika. You don't practice, you just say, maths yangu. People give up easily. I kept practicing until I fell in love with it. For me to go to campus and decide by myself, I will do maths.
Yes.
Coops. Umepewa options za kuchagua and you've chosen maths. It's because of constant practice. Then you realize it's not really hard. You just have to keep reading. That's it. Kama if you're a lazy person, don't do maths. You will get tired. You have to keep doing it. You can have gotten this solution in calculus 3 leo, but if you don't do it tomorrow, you know it has steps. You'll probably forget a step somewhere. Uchoke, useme, ta calculus in a bow, what's the point? All I can say is I kept practicing until I understood it. It's not a hard thing. Then I came and found out there's something called data science. It's all about maths. It's all about statistics. But you see, then me, I'm still struggling with the coding part because I feel like, why am I coding?
But I think this all is what I always think about it in terms of data science. As long as you understand the statistical bit of it, which is actually a huge component of data science, then and you still understand, as an economist, I would think also you understand a whole lot of business.
Yes, a lot.
Business logic, why is A in this business not green maybe, or rather, the thing of input and output kind
in
of
fact, there's
logic.
A part in campus where economics and maths will intertwine, because doing matrices on my maths units na ninazipata economics. So they meet somewhere.
So I'm thinking, because now you have that statistical knowledge, you have a lot of business acumen. Think about the economics of life and the economics of a country, which can go down to the actual economics of a company and organizational setup. I think it's just a small bit. And then you're like, boom! you go flying. You're right. It's just a small bit. Just small code and you.
Because even SQL isn't a hard code. It's not hard. Even Python is not as hard. R ndo nimeona it's a bit, it's intense.
Not as intense.
I still would rather not code. I think I just have a bad attitude towards coding because I tried it and it was frustrating. I was trying to learn and then I tried tomorrow inakataa. Hiyo ndio nilishindwa kupractice. See, they have preached about practicing maths. Nilishindwa kupractice.
Sawa.
And that makes me feel bad because it's something I actually love. So now I've reduced myself to just reading about data science, but not actually practicing code.
Yeah, I think practicing would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
A test. We should do some kind of a project. Just a dynamic project.
Yeah, that's why I'm always coming to you and telling you, Karanja, you need something like that. Like, I need something to just wake me up. I need like something to remind me.
Umekuja kuthrow tantrums for set.
I'm tired of crying outside and ignore me.
I think we can do a project.
Yeah.
Sit down, let's do a project.
It can even be like a passion project, something on the side.
Just
to make sure
it doesn't have to be work.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. That would be nice.